In today's video, it's time for us to call out these business gurus and influencers online and actually look at the funnels behind the brand. And the reason being is because I'm going to be honest with you guys. Most business influencers' funnels are trash. And I'm going to go through and prove to you which ones are actually doing what they should be doing as thought leaders, especially teaching you how to run your business. So today we're going to have a special highlight and analyze one of my favorite business influencers using what I call the blue score. The blue score is super important, guys, because it puts everything in perspective and gives us 4 metrics to grade a funnel. So here we go. Without any further ado, let's dive into what the blue score means. Well, first of all, blue, B, the bubble color. Does it feel trustworthy or does it feel robotic and spammy? L, language naturalness. Is it short, concise, conversational? Is it using short words, abbreviations, things that would make you say, I think this is a person on the other side? Or does it feel chunky, large, automation, spammy? These are the questions I have about your funnel. Unsubscribe friction for the U. Is it sending that stop unsubscribe language when it lands in your inbox, saying, making it feel like maybe you should stop and unsubscribe, and therefore those rates of stop, unsubscribe, and opt-outs happen significantly higher when they're not on a blue bubble. Lastly, engagement and personalization. Are they using my name? Are they using engaging text, or is it just a bunch of automations that aren't personalized and I just feel like another number? Because ultimately, this is what it takes, high rankings on each one of these categories to be able to get high conversions and high conversations, because this is what it takes to build trust. And today I'm going to analyze my favorite thought leader of all time, Alex Hormozi, and his funnel based on some text messages I received last year and just go through exactly how the funnel seemed when I was getting the text messages, what I thought about it. And now using this blue score method, I can easily analyze exactly how successful these campaigns were and really the mistakes that were made as well. Obviously, all respect goes to the influencer of Alex Hormozi. He's made billions of dollars. He's an amazing thought leader. But here we're going to break down what could be improved here. So first, let's start with the bubble color. As you can see here, guys, he's using the standard SMS Twilio, okay? He's using the green bubble, so on an Android, it would just come up as a standard text message. It's not going to come up as a blue bubble, so you really obviously know there's automation here happening. Most people don't assume they're going to get a text from Alex Hormozi. As far as the language naturalness, I would say an 8 out of 10, guys, because overall, I would say the messages are pretty short and concise. I feel like he's using different things like abbreviated words. He's using contractions. He's using ET for Eastern. Like, he's kind of finding a way to make it very colloquial. If you can see here, his very first text message even said, you'll get 6 more lunch texts, 3 reminders plus 3 goodies. Very feels like I'm like talking to the brand of Alex Hormozi. So I would say overall 8 out of 10, and that's his highest rank there. The rest kind of go downhill. So then unsubscribe friction. As you guys see, his first message to me was reply stop to stop. And as you guys all know, most people that see this, especially if they're not a thought leader like Alex Hormozi, most business owners have to face the reality of tons of stop and unsubscribe messages the moment leads click on an ad of a client or a business owner, which is really heart-wrenching, honestly. And from here, because of the fact that I'm seeing stop unsubscribe in the very first text message, guys, I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. It really just sets me in the wrong kind of mood to be conversing with what I know is automation. Even if it didn't say stop and unsubscribe, because of the way the language is, I would almost be a little curious if it was actually Alex's team or not, like a real human being, obviously not Alex himself. Then we have our final metric, engagement personalization. This is so much of a great opportunity to use Go High Level's AI agents and create hyper humanized and personalized experiences that take the actual information from the labels within Go High Level to pull from and actually understand the lead better, making sure it can reference the data that was given to them in the ad or the lead form or even the website. And overall, as you can see, guys, he did use my first name. He said, hey, Dinah, which does come across better. He even said, Dinah, it's Hormozi. I love that. I love that he's like super casual in the way he's talking to me, but that's really the only personalization I'm getting here. He doesn't know my time zone, even though I believe I filled it out in the actual initial inquiry, but I could be wrong there. And I see a lot of links being sent. Obviously, with all these links being sent, it just feels like a hard sale. And given the fact that he was trying to break his world record at the time, or, whatever happened, I'm sure this was all part of the agenda. So Alex Hormozi actually scores a 7 out of 10 for his actual blue score in terms of his lead acquisition system in terms of text automation. So if you're worried about your text message automations, non-deliverability, people ghosting you, don't feel bad, because technically I even ghosted Alex Hormozi if you look at the text messages here, just because they didn't feel personalized. But obviously I don't ghost any of his content. I love him. I bought all of his books and I'm the biggest fan ever. I love him. So that's the overall breakdown. Alex Hormozi, sales funnel from acquisition.com, and my thoughts on how well it ranks with some of the best people that have nailed text automation and SMS marketing in business. Just keep in mind here, what it really takes to create an amazing SMS marketing campaign and sales funnel are going to be these factors. It feels natural. It feels personal. You are able to build trust with your audience through these communications. You're able to also reduce friction. You don't see automation and big bricky messages. One thing I didn't mention is that even Alex Hormozi did something really phenomenal. And you can do this too, which is the fact that if you look here, Alex Hormozi is sending me selfie videos, guys, and selfie photos. And this kind of rich experience is the next best thing to actually reaching out and touching somebody and being able to meet them in person. And that is why people understand and strive towards these enriched experiences, to send selfies, to send videos that are just casual, but they build so much connection, especially in a world of virtual reality, virtual meeting, all of this remote work, where really a huge gap has been created in the ability to meet people in person. So this is why we strive so much towards creating these kind of enriched experiences instead of just black and white text and letters. It's really about voice notes and text, photos, and videos that you're sending to leads to make them know, hey, I'm a person on the other side. And that's exactly what Hormozi lands so well here. If you look at all the videos and photos that he sent my way, I think the only thing missing here is like a voice memo from him directly with the cloning of his voice, and we would be good to go in terms of all of the different enriched experiences here. But I love the fact that he did this before the book launching, and he was able to create so much of a connection with just all of these selfie photos and videos. And this is why Alex is a thought leader when it comes to business, because before, I didn't really see a lot of coaches doing this before. I always feel like Alex Hormozi is the one that really understands sales and understands how to grow a business. So it makes sense that Alex is doing these kind of hyper humanized, personalized type of experiences with this text message marketing. So obviously you got a few points deducted, Mosey, for the stop on subscribe. You got a few points deducted for all the links and the hard selling, but you were super colloquial. It sounded like it matched your brand and tone. They were short and sweet messages, but they weren't on the blue bubble, bro. So overall, you got a 6 out of 10 on your sales funnel. And obviously, much love to Alex Hormozi. But of course, if you want iMessage and you want to look more humanized, you want to look like a person on the other side with typing simulation and blue bubble skies, sign up for WhatsApp in the link below or comment below WhatsApp, and we'll get you started today. Cheers.